into this upcoming weekend. First, I want to take a quick note on today. Some lake effect snow showers are possible, but really we're going to keep a focus on Saturday and Sunday and the storm system that is expected to move on through. Hi everyone, I'm Meteorologist Marisa Woloszyn here for 7 News Detroit in the 7 First Alert Weather Center. Let's talk about the system. It is looking very likely that we are going to see snow move in. Our first kind of real snowstorm of the season, set to bring us a couple inches of snow across the area. So this is what we're going to be looking at. I'll put things back on here. Again, you saw lake effect snow today, not expecting too much, but it's really what's developing off to our west. So as you take a look, we're going to zoom out here. Okay, not much going on right now. You can see a little bit of snow up there, Kansas City, north towards Omaha, and then even farther up towards the Dakotas. But this is where our system will be originating and then moving across our the Great Plains and then also into the Ohio River Valley as we get into tonight and tomorrow. So again, the system develops, and then as we get into tomorrow, we'll see a few light snow showers ahead of it, but it will be won't be until later in the evening, more so after about 5 o'clock, that we'll have a better chance for showers picking up, and then really after about 9, 10, 11 o'clock tomorrow night is when we get our biggest push of moisture rolling on through. Widespread, steady to even potentially heavy at times snow in some pockets, and that'll go through Sunday morning. And then throughout Sunday morning, we'll start to see the showers taper down just a bit, but we'll still keep a few throughout the remainder of the day. So again, I want to zoom back out. Again, snow kind of arriving. This is Saturday night. We'll have the steadiest overnight on Saturday, and then still more snow showers wrapping around into Sunday. So we are going to see snow move on through, and this is what we're looking at in terms of snowfall totals. As you can see here, widespread 3 to 6 inches of some snow, and then west of US 23 or I-75 farther to the north, it'll be potentially more than 6 inches of snow. So this will be one of those snows that you're probably going to have to shovel or maybe use a snow blower depending on how much you get as we get into your Sunday. The positive note is that the heaviest snow will be overnight on Saturday, so hopefully not so many people will be out and about, but if you do have any plans Saturday evening into Saturday night, I would still be prepared for kind of just deteriorating road conditions, slippery conditions, if not even eventually snow covered conditions as you get later into the nights on Saturday. So if you've got Friendsgiving going on, or if you're coming back from somewhere, just be prepared for that. This snow will likely, of course, not impact travel, because I know a lot of people have come in for Thanksgiving. So if you're going out for Thanksgiving, after Thanksgiving, we will be looking at concerns on the roads for sure. And then also air travel will likely be impacted. Could have some flight delays, not only because of us here in Detroit, but some of the hubs too. If you're heading to Chicago, that'll be impacted by this same system, and then potentially even farther to the south too. So we're looking at, again, an impactful snowstorm as we continue into the next couple of days. Now I want to take a quicker look, or a closer look, not a quicker look necessarily, but again, same timing here. We're going to start things off at noon on Saturday. If you're going to the big house to watch Michigan take on Ohio State, you're looking at actually okay conditions for the game. It's going to be chilly, upper 20s and low 30s for game time, and then a few flurries, light snowflakes throughout the game. I don't expect much. It's once you get on your way home that you might run into some issues, especially if you're staying any later after the game. With the noon kickoff, that's actually better for the snowstorm timing, but we'll see again the snow start to pick up between about 4 and 5 o'clock from the southwest. Some of us really won't see things pick up until later at night, especially closer to 9, 10, and 11 o'clock Saturday night. So that's when you can see across the area we are looking at widespread snow out there. Then we continue into the overnight hours. The snow really doesn't let up. That's when we'll add on the inches. Again, widespread 3 to 6 inches of snow for a majority of us. The one thing that could impact it here, as you can see, we are looking at a little bit of green here. This is because we are going to look at a warm pocket of air. The question is, how far north can it push? So we may see a bit of a changeover, mainly city of Detroit south towards the state line, moving through Monroe. So that's a small possibility as of now. Latest tracks of this storm keep us mainly in the colder part that would keep it snow, and then lead to those totals again, 3 to 6 inches even in some pockets. So steadiest snow overnight on Saturday, and then as we get throughout Saturday morning, we'll start to see the steady snow wind down, but we'll still keep some light snow on and off throughout the day on Sunday. So again, that's what we're kind of looking at here. If you have any questions, please let me know. Don't specifically ask your city, as much as I would love to be like, yes, you're going to see 4 inches. You're going to see 4.5 right there, but then you're going to see 3.8 inches of snow. Those like more refined totals, definitely hit or miss because topography can play a role. Also, if your one spot gets a steadier band moving through, you'll have a different total than someone that lives a mile from you. So overall, 3 to 6 inches is going to be our range. That's a pretty good range in terms of, we're not saying 3 to 12 inches of snow. No, it's going to be that impactful snow with this system. So widespread 3 to 6 inches, definitely heavier even farther to the west. Also farther to the north and west, where some places have already picked up a half a foot of snow with the lake effect, they're going to pick up an additional potentially 6 inches of snow. So that's actually great news for the ski resorts that's off to the north, for snowshoeing, for snowmobiling. Great weather for up there, because by the end of their entire weekend, their snowfall totals could be up to a foot in some spots, if not even more than that. So love to see that up there. For us, obviously, we haven't had much snow from the lake effect, just a little bit, but looking at 3 to 6 inches of snow Saturday night into Sunday expected. So timing things out here again, timeline-wise, if you have any plans on Saturday, we'll mainly have increasing clouds with some flurries, I'll say, Saturday morning. So if you're contemplating, as much as you don't want to cut a weekend short, it might be better to go to where you need to go Saturday morning. Much better travel conditions, especially if you're traveling around the Great Lakes. So I would try to go Saturday if you can, Saturday morning before the snow increases. So Saturday afternoon, snow moves in from the southwest, again, more so mid to late afternoon, and then really it doesn't pick up more so until the evening. But with the light snow late Saturday afternoon into the early evening, you could be looking at some slippery conditions. It doesn't take much to create some slick spots. Heaviest snow will be Saturday night. We do expect accumulation on the roadways as well, just with the amount of snow that we're looking at, all the moisture coming in, and with the cold temperatures. This is not going to be one of those events where it's not going to stick on the pavement and then stick everywhere else. This will actually stick on the pavement too. Maybe the first half inch doesn't stick so well, but we're going to get high enough amounts that we will see sticking on pavement. Snow, the steadiest, wraps up Sunday morning, but we'll still keep some lighter snow showers throughout the day. So a quick little dusting could also lead to some slippery conditions for your Sunday. So that's what we're looking at in terms of our snowstorm. I will be here all weekend, continuing to forecast this. I'll track it live too. We do have football on Saturday on Channel 7. So if you normally tune in there, you can follow me live on here. I'll continue to kind of keep us posted as it's pushing in. If it does start to pick up too, I'll continue to keep you posted there. Try to keep an update on road conditions as well, getting into Saturday night across the area. But that is what we're looking at. Unfortunately, yes, we are looking at a snowstorm. I'll roll through it again, where it's at right now, our expected totals. Again, we are looking at it developing today off to our west. It'll come together and then move in our direction. Snow will be picking up as we get into Saturday afternoon, and then more so really pick up getting towards the heavier kind of side, or steadier at least, as you get into Saturday night. If you have any plans, please limit them or try to get home earlier than later. This is Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Still looking at a nice bit of snow. Could see some pockets also of some bursts of heavier snow Sunday morning, and then we calm down, though we keep a few snow showers through the remainder of the day on Sunday. Widespread 3 to 6 inches of snow, 6 inches west of US 23. Higher amounts also in other spots farther to the north and farther to the west, where they're also looking at lake effect at this moment. So that's what we're looking at, timing it out a little closer. Again, few snow showers likely lingering to the end of the Michigan-Ohio State game. Travel will probably be impacted if you plan on staying any later after the game. We'll see the snow pick up if you're going downtown Detroit to watch Michigan State take on Maryland at Ford Field. That is going to be more concerning travel-wise. As you're getting into the city for any sort of tailgating, or if you're going to stop at a restaurant, should be okay still, but it's the back home. That's when I think we'll really start to see road conditions get quite dicey, which would be after about 9, 10, and 11 o'clock, kind of that window. That's when it's going to start to deteriorate across the area. So overall, steady snow expected getting overnight on Saturday, still into Sunday morning. We'll watch to see if we get warm enough air to have some changeover, but as of right now, not looking highly likely that we'll have a changeover to a wintry mix. City of Detroit south towards Monroe, likely just going to be mainly a snow event here, but then snow showers taper off. on Sunday. So hopefully that gives you a clearer insight of what we could be looking at with our system this upcoming weekend. Again, I'll continue to keep you posted here, let you know if this forecast gets refined at all, if we need to make any changes, bumping numbers up or bumping numbers down. But overall, I would prepare to probably have to shovel, maybe use your snow blower Sunday with a widespread 3 to 6 inches of snow expected. I'll leave that forecasted snowfall map up here. Otherwise, I hope you have a great rest of your Friday. Again, a few light lake effect snow showers. It is going to be cold today. Highs in the low to mid 30s, feeling more like the low 20s when you factor in the winds. But be prepared for our first real snowstorm of this season. Again, impacting us heaviest will be Saturday night and then lingering into Sunday. So stay safe out there, everyone. Have a great rest of your Friday.